Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, and in today's video I'm going to be testing out Resin Pro's Nature Resin. I'm going to be using it to create some small trays, so the first thing I'm doing is making sure that my molds are clean by going over them with some tape. The tape will pick up any small particles, fibers, or dust that have gotten stuck onto my silicone molds. I'll be using the Nature Resin with a combination of mica powders from Resin, and I'm starting off with their gold mica powder and applying it near the druzy section of these molds. I use my fingers to blend out the mica powder. Because the Nature Resin is water-based and non-toxic, you don't need to use gloves or a mask while working with it. I am wearing some now though, just because I'm working with mica powder, and mica powder can be harmful if ingested. Then I use Resin's dark green mica powder on the second druzy section. I added in a little bit of gold as well. Then I use an alcohol wipe to clean up any mica powder in unwanted areas. Now I'm ready to start mixing in my Nature Resin. This is a water-based acrylic polymer, so all you have to do is add in water. It's a great eco-friendly and non-toxic alternative to epoxy resin. I have a small kitchen scale to measure out the proper mixing ratio because it does go by weight. So I'm adding 100 grams of the Nature Resin, component A. And into that cup, I'm going to be adding 28 grams of water. I pour in my water little by little while mixing. Once it was mixed together well, I pour it into my molds. And this is the exact amount that I needed for one of these small tray molds, so I mixed in some more using the same ratios for my second mold. Now for my third mold, which is a little bit bigger, I decided to double the amount, so I'll be using 200 grams of the Nature Resin Part A, and adding 56 grams of water. Again, I pour in the water little by little while mixing thoroughly. This time I separated some into a smaller cup so I could add in my pigments. I'm going to be using Resin's mica powder in the shade Black. And you do need to use a lot more pigment to achieve your color versus with epoxy resin. I poured in some of the unpigmented Nature Resin into the cup with my pigmented Nature Resin and mixed very lightly to do a dirty pour. I left that to harden and came back the next day, and here I am demolding. It didn't pick up all of the mica powder from the mold, which with epoxy resin it usually would, but it did pick up just enough to cover the areas that I wanted to be covered. I really like the feel to it and how easy it is to work with. I decided to add a gold trim onto my two smaller trays using a gold edging marker. And here's the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Follow me on my Instagram, Summer Girl Designs, and my mom's Instagram, Wild Heart Resin Art.